Today, we're going to take you right back to science class. But imagine finding out your lab partners were NASA engineers. Makes things a little more interesting, doesn't it? That is exactly what is happening through the NASA TechRise Challenge. In this week's Growing STEM, we visited the only school in Ohio to be completed in the selection process. For months, Monica Borsani's 8th grade science class at Cloverleaf Middle School has worked with NASA to build an experiment. It's all part of the NASA TechRise Challenge, a nationwide contest. And out of hundreds of proposals, just 60 were selected, including theirs.
We wanted to test ionizing radiation versus magnetism. We knew we wanted to do something with radiation.
And we're testing that relationship because we're hoping we can somehow come up with a way to decrease radiation in other capacities.
Now they had to build it for launch on a high-altitude balloon. The students were confident, but also stepping into unfamiliar territory.
We were definitely nervous because none of us had ever done stuff like this before, especially with the coding and the wiring. We had no experience.
That's why they were grateful for weekly video calls with NASA mentors and engineers.
It's pretty cool because they're really smart and know how to do a lot of different things to work on the components and stuff.
Guided by NASA, the students did everything themselves. The coding, the wiring, and the constant testing. Everything.
I did a lot of the coding, so there's a lot of troubleshooting. So you'd check the wiring, then you'd go back and you'd check the code, check where you got the code, check the computer itself, check everything, and it was a lot.
A lot to do and a lot to learn.
And you have to think out every step along the way, and if you sit there and panic about it, you won't get much done. Just use every resource you have and you'll get there eventually.
I learned a lot of new skills that I would never think I'd be able to do.
For their teacher, watching this process was rewarding.
I've had a lot of goosebump moments where everything kind of came together, and just seeing those moments and how excited they were, it's an amount of pride that I don't think I can explain.
The entire experiment fits inside a flight box measuring just 4 inches by 4 inches by 8 inches. It weighs only 2 pounds, and it's already been shipped to NASA. Now, the class is waiting for launch day.
I'm going to be really excited to see it go up, and I think I'm going to be a little nervous as well that it's not going to work. You know, that's that little thing in the back of your head, it tells you, you know?
Very excited to see it go up and finally get the results and see if our experiment worked.
Launch day scheduled for June 26th at 7 a.m., weather permitting, of course. The class is expected to get the experiment back this fall so students can retrieve and analyze that data. Just amazing.